Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Getting out my beer, out and ready. Ryan, Jack, Sergio, Fat Dad on a bike. How you all doing? I think I seen Big Kev there as well earlier on. Little Johnny, Ryan, Christine, Ryan, William. Loads of you in at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. So I'm going to get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Still drinking the Paulaner that I picked up from Majestic Wines. Really good. Works out at less than kind of £2 a bottle for this. About £1.80 for a bottle of Paulaner from Majestic Wine. If you buy 12 bottles, really good value for money. Shake that bottle up. So how are all of you doing? How are you all doing? Are you all okay? Yes, look at that. Right, so there's a look at the beer then. We got a 2-finger white head. Good levels of carbonation. Nice and hazy. Looking forward to this. Robin says evening. Stephen says evening. You've done well making that Paula last all week. Mark S. Oh my goodness me, I know. Pretty good, isn't it? Right, where are we to now? Heineken is brewed in the Netherlands. Tastes a lot better than the UK bottle stuff. Jarek Lyons. Good evening, Simon. Just having a Guinness. Look forward to it all day. I know. Hello, Brian. How you doing, mate? Hello, everyone. Enjoying a coffee in a pub since I got to work out later. Get out and work out, man. Dog's Window. What are we doing? Lee from Dog's Window. Yo, how you doing, Lee? You all right, mate? Mike the Sadler. Good evening, Simon. On the Aldi Ryan back tonight. Great stuff. John, evening all. Very well, Simon. Just got in from cycling, so time to replenish with a beer or 3. And on that note, I'm going to have some beer too. Joe the Pub Chaser. Where did that go? Hi, mate. What's your highest break in snooker? Oh, about 25. Not very much at all. Probably not even 25. Hi, Simon. Everything is okay. Cheers from Sri Lanka. Hello, Kalia from Sri Lanka. All right, Si, first time watching you from my local micro pub. Mr. Nemesis, how you doing, Mr. Nemesis? Big up Sri Lanka. Philip James says, hi, Simon, my partner, Jill, and I met you in Craft Republic. Ah, yes. Last Saturday, yes. Last Saturday. Lovely to meet you and say hello. Philip James, yes, I got you now. I got you. It was a friend's birthday, so we had a right old day of it, to be honest. It was good fun. Hi, Simon. What beer are you drinking, and can you do a review of St. Etienne from Aldi? It's on YouTube. Have a look. Unless you want me to do it individually. I don't mind. I could do it individually, couldn't I? Glasgow Red TV. Big up, mate. Hope you're good. I am good. Lee W says, smash the like button. Do I watch the tennis? I haven't seen any tennis at the moment. I haven't seen any of it whatsoever. I'd like to, though, in the future. But it'd have to be in the next 2 weeks, wouldn't it? Otherwise, it's going to finish. I haven't seen any of it, to be honest. Since Andy Murray retired, I've not really been kind of into the tennis, to be honest. Give me a shout. I have important news. Oh! Important news, Dog's Window. What is the important news, Lee? Have you kind of got yourself a nice big brewery? 1,000,000-gallon hectoliter brewery. On the 6% left, definitely dulled down, but going down okay. Mike the Sadler. Nigel says, hi, Simon. Mods and chat. Absolutely. Christine says, I will be broke again soon. Gotta pay $360 to have 1 tooth removed. It's a wisdom tooth, but a lot cheaper than the hospital. As the hospital one, $2,000. We have a university hospital. If you turn up 7 o'clock in the morning, the students will pull your teeth out for free. They're literally doing their practice on you. Reese says, yes, please. Matt Jones, I want to see keg reviews or beer review from Aslan Miller. There's a keg review coming. Can you hear? The perfect draft is spinning. The wheels on the perfect draft are spinning. There's a keg in the perfect draft. The keg will be released. The video of the keg will be released over the weekend. I ate earlier today and I ate lighter. I ate earlier and lighter. So I'm feeling quite I'm not feeling so full up today. I'm feeling like these pints are going to slide down rather nicely. Adrian Morley, get upside, lad, you big sausage dosser. Oi, oi, mush, let's have a banger. Adrian Morley, how we doing, mate? Andrew, hi Simon, just come back from Somerset and accidentally came across Cheddar Ales Brewery, so I'm back home drinking their Continental Drift Hell's Lager. Andrew, Cheddar Brewery are brilliant. Cheddar Ales are a brilliant little brewery, they really are. Andy Murray is playing. Right, okay. On the Tegernseer Special Hells, Jack Lyons, amazing beer. Absolutely incredible beer. Can we hit the like button down below? I've forgotten to ask. Can we hit the like button down below? Can we try and get as many likes as we can to get people into this live stream? And, well, the more people come into the live stream, the more chance we got of building the live stream and having some fun. It's cloudy tonight, so it's not so boiling hot. The last 3 weeks have been absolutely pounding, haven't they, this time of night? It's quite pleasant. So, would you like to see... Can I flip the camera? Oh, it doesn't matter. I've cleaned everything. Would you like to see... I haven't cleaned anything back there. There's cobwebs and everything over there. But I've cleaned... Let's unplug this. Ugh. Let's unplug this. Right, let's just turn things around. Look. We got a perfect draft keg in the machine, currently at 5 degrees. I've cleaned my crups. Look, there's no dust on the crups. No dust whatsoever. And I've cleaned my blade. My blade beer, it's all nice and clean. Cleaned all the table. That's all my wood for chopping. We've got some more whitbread boxes. See them? They got like rot and everything on them. Move the watering can. There's another whitbread box down there, and that's a Hancock's box. I just collect wood now because I got a fire for the winter, so everything's a bit of a mess. My ideal situation was it was all going to be nice and tidy out here, but anything with me becomes a dumping ground. It's a real shame. I can't kind of discipline myself to have nice things. I just like collect bits of wood and stuff to burn and for the winter. And I'll tell you I'm not, but I am. I'm a bit of a blooming hoarder. I can't throw anything. I used to be able to throw everything out, but I can't throw anything out these days. Crazy. Good idea. My favourite beer is Foster's. People would pay good money for those boxes, little Johnny P. I know. They're full of my old beers. I got a load of old beers from the US. Also, guys, I don't know what is going on with all of what? Oh, the road works. If any of you live near Bracknell, Wokingham, council stuck up what? Traffic lights. Oh, yeah. Mike the Saddler, snack tonight is Seabrook's loaded nacho cheese puffs. Wow, they are cheesy, lovely. Daryl Hastings, I was getting imported cans of Grolsch from my local offie up until 12 months ago. Now they only stock the UK brewed 4% rubbish. It's a shame. So, still haven't booked a holiday. still haven't booked a holiday. We're still kind of like last minute in it, you know. We're still on the last minute thing, which is pretty cool. We're definitely going to try and get a bag in. Found one in Bulgaria, but the family don't fancy it. I do. I go anywhere as long as it's got a bed, all inclusive, beer, food, aeroplane transfers, cheap as chips. They put the pictures upside down on the website, so when you look at it, everything's upside, and it looks a bit dodgy. But for me, it's a bit like when you go on eBay and you find something with a spelling mistake, and you get it for a lot cheaper because nobody's searching for the word with a spelling mistake. Little trick, that is, eBay trick. 0 bids because they haven't spelt it correctly. Bit like this holiday, they put the pictures on the website upside down, so people are like, "Ooh, that looks dodgy." Even the family are like, "No, I don't want to go there." I'm like, it'll be amazing. Trust me, I've been to Croatia, Poland, Bulgaria when I was a kid. I love all these fantastic places. I nearly said weird and wonderful, but it's not weird and wonderful. Bulgaria, it's a seaside holiday. Fantastic. They don't fancy it though. Just notice you have a full screen on these live streams. When you switch to StreamYard, we only saw you in portrait mode. What did you do to sort it? I'm on StreamYard, Big Kev. That's all I can use now is StreamYard. Simon, I see a booger. Where? No booger there. There's no booger there. My hand smells of sausages. I had hot dogs for tea. Tony Two Shoes, good evening. All drinking Madry with a side can of Jack and Coke. How are we tonight, Tony Two Shoes? I am fine, my old mate. I am fine. James Gibson on the Hawkstone on the Perfect Draft is really moldy fire. Oh no, James Gibson, that's terrible. Send it back. Where I live in Ohio, says Brian, the Bush Peach beer is flying off the shelves. No idea why. I don't even want to try it. They have to limit how many cases each person can buy. Odd. It's bonkers, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. It's probably the heat, Brian. People are drinking stuff for the heat. I'm enjoying not being full up. I'm enjoying not being full up tonight. I really am. Bam, bam, bam. It's 11 a.m. in Arizona. Liam Miles is in, says Big Kev. Well, she's saying Big Kev. Drinking some ice cold Hawkstone. Was just watching your review. bpee.com. Awesome. Thanks for watching the video. I'm talking to you live. Lee Roberts says, "Hi, mate. You ever tried anything from the Gorilla Brewery in Mexborough, South Yorkshire? Highly recommended." I'll have to find some, Lee. And lots of comments tonight. Ava says, "Can you do a meet and greet? I really want to meet you." Ava, I mean, let's do it. Let's sort of meet and greet. I do have an announcement of my own. Right after I read Oath of the Abyss's comment. Saw your Corona review. UK brewed rubbish. Have you seen the Corona Zero alcohol? Is brewed in Belgium. Pretty nice stuff. Can't do zero in alcohol. I don't like it. So I've waited 15 minutes for people to come in through the door of the Stone Crow virtual pub. I do have an announcement. I'm feeling my eyes burning a little bit. It's been a really busy time. Really busy time. I've kind of like tried riding this wave for as long as I can, and it's taken it out of me, to be honest with you. This bud, it was the Stellar Artois video. It had like 85,000 views, and I thought to myself, let's hold on to this and hold on like I'm holding on to a bull in a china shop type of thing, and it's just been ragging me around for a month. I've held on to the best figures that I've ever had. We picked up 3,000 subscribers in the last month. We could, if we're very lucky, we could pass 700,000 views for the month. That is like incredible viewing figures for the channel. 700,000 views for the month. It's possible. I'll find out on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And if you want to find out at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, or maybe leave it till maybe after dinner on Saturday, have a look at Social Blade. Have a look at Social Blade and put in Real Ale Guide, and you'll be able to see all of my figures. You'll be able to see if we ticked over 700,000 views for the month. But it's come at a cost, unfortunately. It's come at a massive cost because I am absolutely exhausted. So not to burn myself out, and so that I'm still loving the channel, and so that I'm still loving the live streams when we come back in the autumn, I'm going to have the rest of the summer off now after tonight's live stream. I hope you all don't mind. I hope you all don't mind. I hope that you all understand. I just want to relax now with the family for a couple of months. It will be fantastic once I've had a break. I will come back in the dark nights when it's dark at 6, 7 o'clock and none of you got, we're all wondering for stuff to do. I'll come back then, recharged. I like to have a recharge the batteries. I'll come back strong and ready to go. Strong and ready to go. I need some rest. I really do need some rest. But we'll go. I've been looking forward to this today, to be honest. But there was a part of me that went, I blew my cheeks. And my wife went, oh, you're blowing your cheeks, you're tired out. And I just went, I love doing the Stone Crow, I really do. And I prefer to be honest with you guys, because what's the point in me doing these live feeds and the beer reviews if I'm not honest? She said, you look tired. I said, I am tired. I said, I love these live streams, though. I really do. I love engaging with my audience. I love chatting with my audience live. It's brilliant. I get to speak to Christine and Richard and John and Big Kev and Leah Miles and Sergio and Taylor Ben and William and Nigel and Ryan Ford and Bam 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 and Tommy Young and Captain Meets Adventures, Peter Bushell, everybody here, Alex Blundell, all of you, Matt Jones, all of you. I love talking to you all live. I really do. But I need the summer off. So that was my big news. So I want to know what Dog's Window Brewery's big news is. They've just given us a £2 super chat, but they haven't written anything. Hey, Dog's Window Brewery. Oh, Dog's Window, brilliant brewery. I feel really bad because I put beer in my fridge down there and I forgot about it. And one of the cans or two of the cans was from Dog's Window. Let me see if I can find it. So I've had this. I've probably had this for way over a year now. Even the can's starting to fade and change colour. It's called Play Dead. It's a mixed fermentation Belgian style beer. There's not much give in that can. Hopefully it's not going to ferment all over my face in a minute. But it just went to the back of my fridge, and I these things happen every now and again. They just happen. They just happen. Hi, Simon. We have just opened a craft beer shop. Dog's Window Brewery. I'm going to light this one up because you did give a super chat, but I think, there we go. I'm going to leave that on the screen for you for 10 minutes because I think that's what the super chat was for, wasn't it? But there you go, on the screen for 10 minutes. Let me talk about Dog's Window Brewery. Lovely chap. Lovely chap. Brings me beer every now and again. We have a chat on the doorstep. He was coming in 2020 when I was doing all the building work in my house. It's like, oh, my neck, you know, what's going on in here type of thing. I'm going to go down to Bridgend. They're based in Bridgend. They have a dog that sits in the window, and I'm gonna pop down to the shop. I'm gonna pop down to the shop, and maybe we can film some video. Dog's Window Brewery. Maybe we can film some video. How does that sound? Does that sound okay? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Can I ask a follow-up question for Dog's Window Brewery? And that is, your craft beer shop, is it for your beer, or is it for like a multitude of different beers from all over the place? I reckon it's the latter, because you're a decent bloke, and I reckon you'll have lots of different beer from lots of different breweries, because you're cool like that. Lee. So yeah, Lee, we'll have to pop down, and we'll have to pop down to Bridgend. I'll have to get a train. The Barry train leaving Cadoxton Station arrives in Bridgend at 15:44, and I'll be on the return. Lee will be helping me to the train station because we've been drinking beer in his craft beer shop all afternoon, and he'll be helping me back to the train station, and he'll be putting me on the last train back to Cadoxton. Brilliant. Right, okay, we got a £10 super chat. £10 super chat. Here we go. So this is from Paul Goggin. Towards the neck rest for the flight over. Bon voyage. Australia. It is Australia. Is it, Paul Goggin? I'm pretty sure you're from Australia. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be cool. How about first Thursday of every month for a quick catch-up? Joe the Pub Chaser. Hey, I mean, there's never saying never, is it? I mean, I won't be long now. The thing is, I normally finish at the end of May. It's July the 6th. I've just been enjoying it so much that I just carried on a Thursday night. Normally, I'm all burnt out by the end of May. The last 2 years, I've gone end of May, end of sports, have the summer off, and I normally come back end of September, early October for the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. But I've just enjoyed it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I haven't felt the burn. I haven't felt the burn up until a few days ago. And it's not just that. It's not just feeling the burn. Paul, thank you very much for the £10 super chat, by the way. $10 super chat. It's not just feeling the burn. It's I want to get out and do the pubs and bars and of places again. I think I have exhausted the lagers. I think I have well and truly exhausted the lager battles. It was a fantastic run. It lasted for a month. It was a great run, but I think I've exhausted every single kind of avenue. I've got a big one coming tomorrow. And a big one coming. I'll either drop it Saturday or Sunday. But I got a perfect draft keg to drop as well. So lots happening on the channel. But I want to get out and about again. I really enjoyed last summer. I did the Out and About series where I was going to Newport, Cardiff, Swansea, Bristol, Bath. So I'm going to kind of like head up the River Severn now. I'm going to do Chepstow. Chester. I'm going to do, that's nowhere near the River Severn. I'm going to do Chepstow, Cheltenham, Hereford, you know, those sort of kind of areas. And then I'm going to kind of just work across them. We did Salisbury last year as well. Salisbury was the last one of last year. But I can't do the Stone Crow Virtual Pub and all of these other things. I'm still releasing 2 videos a day and then go on adventures all over the country drinking beer in pubs. I feel it's important, though. I feel it's very important I do this because a lot of the pubs are struggling. And I would hate it if, God forbid anyway, it happens, but I would hate it if I missed the pub by a week and then the place shut down. I want to kind of like document these old fantastic places. Mike the Saddler, there will still be 2 beer reviews a day being published. There just won't be a live stream on a Thursday. What beer would you recommend trying? Ava, I mean, do you like lager? Do you like stout? Do you like mild? Do you like porter? Do you like saison? Find your style first. Sour beer. Find the style you like, and then start trying beers in that style. That is what I would recommend. Evening, Simon. Greetings from, where did that go? Evening, Simon. Greetings from Cambridgeshire. Giving the Crombacker a spin tonight. The Novello Pew. Brilliant beer, Crombacker. I like it very, very much. I will get Richard Pickett's comment in a moment, but I want to get Jimmy drinking a lovely American porter, Porterari from Tulu, Finland. Sounds good. And Richard Pickett says, is YouTube your full-time job, Simon? Yes, it is. YouTube is my full-time gig. It really is my full-time gig, and I love it. I love it. It's just I love it. I absolutely love it. There's no getting away from it. I absolutely love it. I got a keg full of beer in my perfect draft. It's 8.3% ABV. That's why I'm not drinking it at the moment, because I'll if I start drinking that now, I'll be on the Stone Crow till about 2:00 in the morning, and we don't want that, because I'll be in all sorts of trouble. Evening, Simon. Hope you're well. The really blinked the beer comparisons. I've really liked the beer comparisons recently. I have one for you that you haven't done. Canned UK Red Stripe against the overseas brewed bottles you can get in Sainsbury's. There's one. Ian, you are a star. So tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Can I tell you my plans for tomorrow? Right after I get this £10 super chat from Richard Pickett, doing an awesome job. Keep it up and enjoy the break. Richard Pickett, thanks very much for your support. I really appreciate it. So every now and again, I start to run out of... thanks for the super chat, by the way, Richard Pickett. Every now and again, I run out of stuff. I run out of Polish chocolate. I run out of Polish beers. I just run out of stock to review. And what I love to do, every couple of months, jump in the car with no plan. I jump in the car with no plan. I go to the furthest place possible to my house. I'll start off in Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's is like 10 miles away. I'll go to Sainsbury's. I'll see what's in Sainsbury's to review. There might be some interesting sausages. There might be a nice pork pie or a steak pie to review. It might be a nice tikka curry or something. Go down the beer aisle, see if there's any new beers. And I do that then. I wind my way back through all of the supermarkets, all of the shops. I found a wonderful Polish shop in Cardiff. It's a Polish delicatessen on Clare Road in Cardiff, which is just incredible. Everything's in there, like fresh Polish pizza, fresh Polish bread, Polish meats. Oh, it's like I go in there and it's like being in Poland, and I love Poland. I'm like, oh yes, this is great. So I'll go there. And then I'll bring everything back. I'll go in all the home bargains, B&M, Lidl, Aldi. I'll go everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And I'll bring all this stuff back. And then I will just start taking pictures for my thumbnails. I'll start reviewing stuff. And yeah, but it's work. Of course, I'm buying all this stuff. It's kind of like research without a plan, buying stuff without a plan. And I like those days. Because it's working, but it doesn't feel like working. It's like a fun day. It's like a fun day on the channel where I just get out and buy stuff for the channel. It's great. I love it. But I'm out of a beer. Bless you, Simon. Belch with Troy. I will bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Nigel, could you do some Indian and Chinese restaurant takeaway reviews? Also, maybe a Greek. Oh, Nigel, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fantastic? I could do mint rooms, or I could do Royal Balti. Oh, Royal Balti is just incredible. I love Royal Balti. It's really good. Pubs need to change strategy. Call it sacrilege, but I think pubs need to start selling beer from cans and bottles. That way they can sell them to the punters at a lower rate. As £8 a pint is no way. I kind of feel like that too, Christine. George Boswell. Only thing is you're on 5 pints when you out, if my memory is clear. George, well, I go out with a certain Arthur Daly. I'm not sure if Arthur Daly's watching tonight. He was watching last week, but I go out with a certain Arthur Daly, and the guy's about 6'4", and he can drink. And every single time, I tell myself I'm going to keep up with him, and I try it every single time. And there's times, when you're in that panic station, you're in that panic mode where you're like, I need to get off this train, or everything's like swirling round, and I'm like, oh my goodness me, I feel like type of thing. When I went to Bath with Arthur Daly, I remember leaving a pub, and I remember like he'd finished his pint and I had half a pint to go, and I remember going like I just like swallowed saliva, and then I just went and I drank this half a pint. By the time we got to the next pub, I knew I'd be, when you hit that kind of tipping point, you hit that point of no return. I knew the mistake was being made was down in that half a pint. I should have just put it on the bar, told myself he's 6'3" and I'm 5'7", and don't try and keep up with him. But I did. I tried to keep up with him, and I remember falling asleep on the train in Bath. Managing to get to the train station, falling asleep in Bath. Arthur was shaking me because he had to get off at Newport. Wake up. You're going to fall. You're going to be at the end. You're going to be a Swansea type of thing. And I was like, no, I'll be all right, Arthur. I'll be all right. And I remember like struggling to keep my eye open because the next stop was Cardiff. I had to get off at Cardiff, under the staircase, back up the other side, platform 8, back to Barry. And even when I got back to Barry, I was walking down the street and I was trying to keep my eyes open. I was walking down trying to keep my eye, and I was absolutely gone. When you're white as a sheet, and you're sweating, and that was one of those days. He's a great guy though. He's an absolutely great guy. Oh, we're eating food in Brewdog. I think I fell asleep in Brewdog Bath. Nothing to be proud of. I'm going to go and get a bottle of beer. Polner, Munich Weissbier. Do you know what I love about YouTube and these live streams? I just read George Boswell's comment, and it brought back my last summer where I had lots of fun, and it got me talking about something else for 5 minutes. That's what I love about these live streams. It's a lovely warm night as well tonight. The sun is out. Look, the sun's in my eye. The sun's out in the conservatory, but it's lovely and warm. It's not sweltering like it was last week. It's a lovely evening. It really is one of those. When it's like this outside, I feel absolutely kind of like blessed. I really do. I know it sounds funny. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I do. ABK beer events, £1.99 super chat. We will be at the Shropshire Oktoberfest. We will. So I've never been to the town of no, Shropshire's a county, isn't it? I can't quite remember what it is. I'm going to Shropshire at the Oktoberfest with ABK events. Me and the wife's going. Cannot wait. Really excited to go. It'll be an overnight stay for us. We're gonna have to get a night stay up there. That'll be pretty blooming cool, though, won't it? I've been to Ludlow. I can't remember. Is it Hereford? It might be somewhere like Hereford. Google it, Shropshire Oktoberfest. But anyway, I'm going with ABK Beer, the company that kindly provided me with this fantastic beer tower, and this fantastic bar mat, and yeah, I'm going with ABK, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be great. That'll be another day's filming event right there. Singer and Cobra beer. Big Kev. Polish. Big Kev. Yeah. Mel, will you sort the cat out? Oh. Evening, Simon, mate. Hope the days have been good to you. I'm enjoying a cold cross tonight. We have a very vocal cat. He's my favourite thing. He's my favourite thing in the world. He's a little monster. He is, my little cat, but he's loud. He goes to the front door and he will wail at the front door until somebody goes to open it. And it was just putting me off. I was just kind of like hearing cat noises, and I was like, you know that episode of The Simpsons where the woman had about 18 cats in her hair and they actually called her a cat lady? Yeah, I felt a bit like that at that moment in time. There is. Oh, it's in Oswestry. Shrewsbury. Oswestry. I think ABK events. Are they still here? I could hear the cat earlier. Oh, yeah. It's my favourite thing in the world, Christine. Awesome. I'm subscribing to your channel. Bam, bam, bam. Again. I'm loving this stream tonight. I'm absolutely loving this stream. I really am. Philip Nunn. Oh, Nigel Watson. I met Maku Brewing at a music festival in Finland last weekend. They were really cool guys. Got a video for you to watch after Simon's pub is shut for the night. Have you tried Maku beers, Simon? They're all on the channel. Nigel Watson, put it in the channel. Maku Brewing. I've probably done about 6, 7, maybe 8 of their beers. Brilliant. White labels, if I remember rightly. You have to review Harp Lager. You will hate it. Stringer. Hey. Philip Noon. Do I crack open an old crafty hen? Philip Noon. I don't know. What's the time? 20 to 8. See, that's a 9 o'clocker for me. Philip Noon. That's a 9 o'clocker for me. I just talked about my kind of inability to drink more than 4 pints, and like that's a 9 o'clocker. That's like good night, sweetheart type beer for me. That is. Aye. Oh right. Leah has been on here a lot. ABK events, Shrewsbury, yes, you are still here. I get so many comments, I kind of like struggle to keep up with everything. Got a Hacker Shaw on the go tonight, the Great Vice beer. We got to sort out as well, ABK, we got to sort out a trip to the brewery. We've got to sort out something along the lines of getting out there. That'd be great. I made a mistake. So what happened was, do I mention this? I've had a pint. I'm sure he won't mind. So the marketing lady from ABK come over to me and was chatting with me on Instagram. And I was chatting with her and we were talking about like me going to Germany. And then I have another message off Instagram by the owner of ABK Brewery. Like he was like the owner's son or something. And I went, I'm already sorting this out with your marketing lady. And I think I wasn't, it's just how I am type of thing. I probably should have dealt with the main man, shouldn't I? Rather than the marketing lady. But I was like, I'm already sorting this out with your marketing lady. And I never heard anything back. And I was like, oh, God, have I just upset somebody here? It wasn't intentional. It's never intentional with me. I was just having to, I thought I've already said all of this. Maybe you liaise with them. Yeah. So, I have spoken to the owner of ABK. And maybe I should have... Maybe I should have dealt with the owner rather than the marketing lady. But never mind. These things happen, don't they? These things happen. William, love macro beers. Yeah, they're very good. Malice handling her own whilst you, Simon, drink in the pub. Go figure. Oh, thunderous truths. Yeah, well, you never know. Kevin Cadden, just having a cold Budvar, Simon. I love an Oktoberfest sesh. Go to Edinburgh one every year. We still don't know where we're going. There's so many places we want to go and see. My wife's really keen on Edinburgh. She's never been. There was like an airline that flew. What was that airline that went bust a couple of years ago? They went bust in their situation. It was a cheap UK airline. Really sad because it was so blooming cheap. But anyway, it was a direct flight to Edinburgh. Might have to grab a beer now. Harry Grant, well, No, that's not the Harry Grant. Got support your local breweries. Bam, bam, bam. Absolutely support everyone, innit? Even if Simon, I mean that with the greatest of respects. I try and support as many people as I possibly can. Can you give a shout out to Charles at Higher Fitness? Higher Fitness. Hello, Charles. How you doing, mate? Ryan W. Where is your dog Zippy these days? Ryan, he's proper old. He probably sleeps about 23 hours a day now. 23 hours a day. He's a proper old boy now, is our Loki. ABK events, £1.99 super chat. It's in Shrewsbury, 6th and 7th of October. I cannot wait. That's going to be so... I cannot wait for that. Can't wait for that. It's going to be so cool. Do I like Trooper beer, says Murat. It's okay. Do you mind me being honest? Would you rather be honest, or would you rather me like spin you with a yarn? I'm going to be honest with you, Murat. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. If it gets people to put down their pints of Carling and Foster's and drink a Trooper beer instead, then there's a little bit of a winner going on, isn't there? There's a little bit of a chicken dinner going on. But if you just want to drink Trooper beer for the rest of your life, then there's not really much benefit there. It's okay, Trooper. It's I would say it's an entry-level ale. It's an entry-level ale, is Trooper. It's okay. Thunderous Truths. No, that's not technically true. They are the people that run the events. So they are not like the owner of ABK. So even the £1.99 super chat is very, very kind of generous for for they're running the events. They're not like running the whole Rocket Drinks type of thing. I'm pretty sure if Rocket Drinks were in, they'd be but that's lovely. It's lovely that we get a £1.99 super chat. I think, hey, £1.99 or sometimes we get 50 quid. Hey, it's all brilliant. It's all bloody brilliant, and I appreciate it all. Hey, Simon, would you drink Sahiti again? There's a big Sahiti brewing competition happening next month in Finland. Oof. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. Pete B? It's not Pete B, is it? That's not really Pete B. Still waiting for the Special Brew versus Super Tennis review. Well, it's never too far away, is it? It's never too far away. Right. Murat. No, not that one. Roy, best cheap lager. Best cheap lager. Roy P, I am going to give you the best cheap lager, and I mean cheap. And this stuff is fantastic. Go into Aldi. You'll see 6 to 10 to maybe 12 bottles of beer in a cardboard wrap. It's called Steinhauser, I think it's called. Steinhauser. It's incredible. For the money, I lined up last year on the channel a load of value beers from supermarkets, all of the value lagers. And that beer won by a country mile. And it was one of the cheapest. It was so clean and drinkable and refreshing. And there was no horrible taste going on. It was just beautiful beer. Steinhauser, I think it was called. Green package, little stumpy bottles. Lovely, lovely beer. Here's one for you. Keo in Morrison's, worth a go. The dude, I've been reading your comments, the dude. Thank you very much for your comments, by the way. Keo's a good shout, but can I ask you a question? The dude, what would I pair it with? Like, I like doing these versus battles now. And I understand Keo. It's Cypriot, I think. It's a Cypriot beer. But I need to pair it with something. Maybe FS. Hopefully that don't cause too much controversy. But maybe FS versus Keo. Something like that. Might work. Who knows? There's only one way to find out. But let me know. Evening, Simon. What do you find to be the difference between German and Czech Pilsners? Had Budvar and Bitburger side by side. Budvar much sweeter, Bitburger fairly bitter in comparison. Both excellent. Well, Budvar is quite a unique beer. You're right, it is sweet. It's a nice beer. I like it. It's a lovely lager. Budvar, I do like it, but it's different. It's not a dry lager. I wouldn't call it like a Asahi super dry or something like that. It's very much its own entity. But putting it next to Budweiser the other week, it was brilliant. But I see what you're saying. I mean, putting it next to Bitburger, that's a tough call. Bitburger, I think it's the #1 selling beer in Germany, I think. Am I right? Am I wrong? So they produce a lot of the stuff. When you produce a lot of beer, there's a tendency, especially in the UK, that the quality goes down. But what I find from Bitburger is it's a quality lager. They sell tons of the stuff. Absolutely tons of the stuff. Big Kev, potential Scottish lager battle, Tennent's versus Innocent Gun Lager. That's a pretty good shout, Big Kev. You've been tortured. Where did that go now? You've been tortured enough, though, Simon, so I'll put my beer on the back drawer. Mythos is a good Greek beer. Yes, I agree. Zach T, loving all your vids recently. Zach, thank you very much. Peter Bushell, £10 super chat. I also have a noisy cat. Tonight he told me to drink Zubra, so I obliged. Love the channel. Peter Bushell. Can I ask, as a follow-on question, Peter, is this your first time trying Zubra? If it is, how do you find it? If it isn't, was I right in giving Zubra the top rating out of the other Polish beers? It seemed far and away for me the best beer at the time. 6%, lovely mouthfeel. People were commenting, see, I was a little bit unsure after because people were commenting saying it's syrupy, but I didn't get it. I didn't experience the syrupy. I'm normally very kind of tuned into sweet, syrupy lagers. I'm not normally like, oh, no thanks. But I didn't get that from the Zubra. Didn't get that. So, yeah, I've asked a question. Is this your first time drinking Zubra, or have you had it before? And how do you think my rating went? Thanks for the £10 super chat. German beer market is decentralized. Local monopolies between regions in Germany. Not like here. There he is. There he is, Johnny boy. Hey, John, we didn't have our 2-hour phone call this week. John from Lord's Brewing Company. Christine, I love to, but don't have a big team. I don't know what they're talking about. Murat says Warsteiner is a German classic. I totally agree. Tell me your opinion about Swedish beer. I know you were visiting Sweden. Nyholm, 92. Nyholm. I'll tell you a story about Swedish beer, but I'm going to stop and say hit the like button down below. If you're new here tonight, if you haven't hit the like button yet, there's a like button down below. It's either in that corner or that corner. Hit the like button down below. If you hit the like button, there's more of a chance that people will join the live stream. Nyholm 92, let me answer your question about Swedish beer. I used to review all old Mohawk beers. So many Swedish breweries that I used to review. I used to have a guy called Johan. Johan used to send me like a parcel every 2 months, a big Swedish craft beer parcel, when the channel was about a year or two old. So about 11 years ago now. It's been such a long time now, but we had a beer made like as a bit of a tribute beer, Stone the Crows IPA. The trouble is with me, the names jump over my head. It's gone. Little stumpy bottles. I'm looking at the blooming bottle there. It's right up in the sky, in the corner of the conservatory. Top of my head's gone. Can't think of the brewery. I went to Helsingborg. What's the brewery in Helsingborg? You'll know now. Nyholm 92. The brewery in Helsingborg, Sweden. I went to a beer festival there. I got beer in my head. Beer something. I can't think. Anyway, I drank many Swedish craft beers, and I absolutely love them. Long story blooming short. Lowenbrow draft is nice. I just bought some Polish Lek in my local corner shop. I looked at the can and it's brewed in the Netherlands by Grolsch. Bonkers in there. Bonkers. Brewski, cod chops. I was thinking beer. I couldn't get beer out of my head. Brewski Brewery, that's them. So, any chance of Mel making an appearance for the last live stream? She had a bit of a tough old day, but she'll be all right. I'm sure she might come down later on. First time I go to the toilet, I'll go and ask her. Drinking a frosted glass of Mahu in a lovely beach bar in Spain. The bad news is 6 a.m. taxi home tomorrow. Oz, oh man. Aggie Fox, aye folks. Gan Canny. Lovely place and people though, Sweden. Oh, I love it. Lovely. Big Council legend. I'm guessing my super chat didn't come up as it was low amount. Ali D, where are you, Ali D? Let's see if we can go back and find this super chat. Ali D, I'm no. Oh, there it is. Just found it. Ali D, I'm awfully sorry. As it's your last virtual pub, a little something. That's lovely. Ali D, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. All your support. If you've just tuned in and you're wondering what Ali's talking about, I'm going to have the summer off. Normally I have a summer break and I stopped the Stone Crow at the end of May. I've enjoyed it that much this time around that we've done the whole of June and we've done the first week of July. But I need a break. I do need a break. Just to cover it very quickly again, I was blowing my cheeks a bit, tea time, having my food. My wife was like, you look so tired. And I said, I am. I am tired and I do need a bit of a break. And I'm just going to have a couple of months off. Just a couple of months. I'll recharge the batteries and I'll be back. I will be back. But I won't be recharging the batteries. I'll just be doing something else. I can't sit still. If I sit in the chair, I'm bored. I'm really bored. So I will go out and do the Out and About series now. I'm going to pick that up. We're going to go to... I'd like to think by the end of the year, I've done Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds. I just hope. I promised last year I was going to do Leeds. I never made it. And I let some people down. And it's never my intention to let anyone down. But I would love to do Leeds this year. And I'll be honest with you, the biggest thing with all of this is like the train is like 200-300 quid. That's the problem. And then you got to factor in your hotel, your beer. It's like nothing's cheap anymore, is it? Nothing's like years ago. Everything was on a whim, wasn't it? You could just go, oh yeah, let's just go. Maybe the plan would be, and the traveling. Maybe if I don't like driving 4 hours on a strike. I hate driving. So I might just do 2 hours to Birmingham and then 2 hours to Leeds the next day. So I might do Birmingham and Leeds in the car. Get the car fixed. Brakes are banging. Brakes are like boom, 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 boom. So the something going on with the brakes. I told John last week. Get the car fixed. And then maybe do Birmingham one day, stay in a hotel, travel up to Leeds, do Leeds the next day. That will probably be the plan. Loads of comments. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of comments. Come and stay at my house, family. Well, hey, John, I'll take you up on that, mate. I will take you up on that. We'll do the beers and bars of Huddersfield. I was only in Huddersfield last year. Was it last year or the year? It must be bloody 2 years ago now, was it? When was I last in Huddersfield? I'm shot. I reckon I'm shot to bits. I can't. Was I in Huddersfield last year? I remember sitting in Huddersfield city centre with a bag of chips, waiting for John. I was eating a bag of chips, lunchtime. It seems like it must have been 2 years ago. It must have been. But I got to do stuff like that again. I got to get up to like see John, Huddersfield, Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham. I want to do all that. I just keep promising and I keep failing. I keep failing everyone. And I just like get the brakes fixed, get them done. They're banging. When I'm driving down the road, I can hear this like knocking noise on the brakes on the right side, right front. I got the engineer, the F1 engineer in my ear. Come in, you need to pit. You need to pit. And I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just on the school run. No, you need to pit. Brakes are on fire. Brakes are on fire. Oh, dear. Yeah. If you don't like exhibits, the folk dancers on the can come alive and dance over your body. We're going to get a train to London from Cardiff. Mental prices. We'll have. Where did that go? We'll have to get the National Express again. No way am I paying. No. Ali T, this is the thing. Ali T. I am in the same boat as you. I am not paying that. It's a flipping bus on a rail. Why is it so damn expensive to go on a stupid train to London or Birmingham or Manchester? Why is it so much more? A bus with a bus driver that has to do so many more things. He has to use indicators. He has to bab his horn when someone pulls across him. He gets overtaken a million times on the motorway. There's so much more going on being a bus driver. But yet you can go on a bus, a mega bus, for like 20 quid to London. Why is that the case? Why is it that, I mean, surely the man on the rails is just like, it's time to slow down now. There's a stop coming. And that's all he has to do. Why is it so damn expensive? Car hire, have they gone up as well? Nigel Watson, never really thought of that. Never really thought of hiring a car. Yes, so get the brakes done. I'll have my own car. The car's fast. I'll be in Leeds in an hour. The car's super quick. I'll have 1 million speeding tickets, but I'll be in Leeds in an hour. Spot on, Simon. Train driver. Yes. Even hate the audacity to go on. I know. It's just like surely the trains are for the working people. They're for the people like me and people like you that want to try and do something in life. Do you know what really gets on my nerves is when you go to Europe. The trains are cheap as chips. You can literally go to different countries for like a couple of quid. This country, trains are like, £50 to Barry Island, 2 miles away. What? I'm a train driver, unsubscribing now. I'm not really. Connor Hawkins. Nearly 200 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Come on, 200 likes. Hit the like button down below. 200 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Come on. For the last one. The last Stone Crow Virtual Pub of this series. Summer 2023. Let's get over 200 likes. I'm opening a new pub in Huddersfield, so it might be a project after that. Yeah, I'm enjoying tonight. I'm enjoying the beer. I'm enjoying all of it, you know. Don't let Zebra plow you. Oh, the bison. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully you'll go live when you're out and about, Simon, says Nigel. Well, that's an option, isn't it? Find a nice little boozer. Tell you the nicest pub I've ever seen in my life. Ever seen in my life. St. Ives. St. Ives. It's literally the sea washes up to the pub front door. It's like bonkers. And it's like an old Harry Potter style pub. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If there's ever a beautiful building, that's one of the most beautiful buildings that I've ever seen in my life, was that like small pub on the beach in St. Ives back in February when I brewed my last collaboration beer. That was St. Ives Brewery. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wolf Dog says, apart from, where did that go? Apart from craft beers and the channel, what are your other hobbies, Simon? Wolf Dog, that's a really lovely question, because that proves you care. I like to walk. I walk 6 miles a day, every single day. If I'm stuck in this house, I hate being stuck in this house. Let me say one thing about my life. I hate being stuck in this house. I got to get out. So I do my reviews, I do my editing, uploading, and I'm literally screaming to get out that door. I like to do 6 miles a day walking, every single day. Bang, pound them miles. Get out 6 miles. So that's a nice hobby. I play a bit of snooker. I like to think of myself as a bit of a driver. Like racing. I'm not the best. I miss chicanes. I miss braking points. I've never gone into the tyres though. I've never been that late. I've clipped the tyres. I've clipped the tyre wall and slid the back end of the car, the go-kart out. But I've never gone like full bananas, like, you know. I've never done anything like that. I got some kind of control over a go-kart. So I like to go-kart. My brain doesn't. I suffer from car sickness. So I reckon I can do about 4 laps, 5 laps, and then I start to spew up in my helmet. It's the reason why I don't do it very often, is because I'm literally ill after. I got to sit down white as a sheet. But then first 4 laps, I'll light the tyres up and I can just I can really go for it. I'm really, really go for it. My record, when I went down to Heatherton, I kind of queued up with, when everyone's putting their overalls on and their helmet and the balaclava thing, and they're all, I'm going to beat you and I'm going to beat you and I'm going to lap you and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I just stood there with my hands in my pockets with my head down. I didn't say anything. Didn't know anyone. It was like a party group type thing. I didn't know anyone. I just kind of just went in like this, And I purposely went to the back of the grid. I let the party kind of jump in the front, and they were all racing to see who was on pole, trying to get the pole car. And I went straight to the back, and I launched the car out of the pit lane, one of those like pit lane starting go-kart tracks. And by the 5th corner of this go-kart track, I'd overtaken everybody. And I overtook, it was an 8-lap race, and I overtook everybody 8 times. I overtook everybody once, around and around and around and around. And when I got out of the car, of course I was first getting out of the car, I went and took my overalls off and my helmet and everything, and I did the same thing. I put my hands in my pockets. I kept myself to myself, and they all come in and they were like, "Oh my goodness!" They all wanted to talk to me. They were all like, "Whoa!" They were all kind of really in, and I just explained to them that the faster you go, the more heat you get into the tyres, the faster you can go. And it was just a conversation of course I liked it. Of course I liked it. But they weren't like they weren't aggrieved. They weren't like, oh God, you know? Oh God, he overtook us like 8 times in 8 laps. But it was just fun. So my hobby is racing, but then after the 5th or 6th lap, I keep going, but I'm like sick in my helmet with the car sickness. The stage. It's on YouTube, actually. I made a Tembi video. I made a Tembi vlog. It's on YouTube. I put it on YouTube, me go-karting. Literally, you could see the pace I was going at. My little cat does 40 mile an hour. First kilometre called I stuck for I think on it. Make people laugh. 120 mile, not bad for a little. Hey, Christine, absolutely not. What's the worst lager ever? Did you try that? Burger, number 2, 1 I didn't, Nihome, I didn't. The dude says, enjoy the break. I've got so many of your videos to go through. The back catalogue is quite impressive. 9,100, the dude. 9,100. And you have generally changed the way I look at beer. Right, Keel versus FS versus Mythos would work. Yes. The dude, Keo, Efes, Mythos. I reckon that would work too. I agree. I'm approaching cross leg time. Cross leg. Going to need a bit of a wee soon. One of my old bosses was a Welsh rally driver named John Ireland. It was always scary getting in his Fiesta van. That's the trouble. Like, you stole it. No sahi before the go-kart, Simon. No. I just poured a glass of Budweiser Dark Lager down the drain. I appreciate the quality of the beer, but it just isn't for me. Andrew, I mean, hey, it can't always be for you, couldn't it? And do you know what? It'll probably benefit you to... I mean, if it was off, then I'd probably struggle through. Even if... Because what you need to do, Andrew, is train your palate. Train your palate to enjoy different beers. And you'll only do that. A friend told me once upon a time, if you don't like something, eat it once a week for 12 weeks. And you'll like it. And that is absolutely true. I, believe it or not, Andrew, I used to hate Weiss beer. I couldn't put Weiss beer to my nose. I hate it. What's this banana? Whoa, what's this? What the? Why would anyone drink that? Kept on. And I kept on. And I kept on. And I kept on. And now, I cannot stop drinking Weiss beer. I love the stuff. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep pushing yourself to enjoy new things. There's one thing that I'll never get to enjoy. That is probably sushi and mushrooms. But I need a wee. I've got to go for a wee. I'm absolutely bursting. We got 229 people in at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Please hit the like button down below. Let's get to as many people to come to the Stone Crow as possible. It's the last one for the summer. It's the last Stone Crow for the summer. Come on, let's go. 210 people at the Stone Crow virtual pub. It's not bad. It's not bad. Now, it's the middle of summer. Everybody's probably on holiday. Everybody's looking to book a holiday. We were never going to get the numbers that we normally get during the winter months. But I can accept that. It's a weeknight as well. It's a Thursday. Some people don't drink on a Thursday night. Demir 91's in. Where did he go? And Big Kev's still here. Hi, someone who've ever tried half lag in Northern Ireland. I think so. Simon the Crows. Stone the Crow, Simon. Cheers and hope as well. Demir 91. Yay! I haven't seen you for a while, man. I haven't seen you for a while. Or never seen you, actually. I've just heard your name. Demir 91. Evening from Helsinki with Oscar Blues Hazy Blue Juicy IPA, B-Class Customs. J. James says, would love to see an Amstel battle, UK versus European. That would be good. That would be good. There's so many beers. There's so many beers that are brewed in the UK, and they're so poor. They're so poor. They're so poor. San Miguel used to be brilliant. In fact, fantastic 20 years ago. But this day and age, UK brewed San Miguel, pitiful. There's a couple of ideas for a video. I do have a couple of ideas for a video coming up. I mean, we're still losing video viewers, though. We're 207 now. What's going on? What's going on? Hit the like button down below. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Maybe everybody got early Friday work to finish work early. I don't know. Maybe I'm boring people. Who knows? What's the worst UK brewed fake foreign beer? Surely 4.6 Stella. Probably. Love the channel. Settling in with a Perlenbacher. Driving beer. Jonathan Harris. Brilliant beer. Perlenbacher. Love it. Cars are cheap in the UK at least. Good example. You can get a low mileage 2014 Corsa for $2.5 grand. Go to Spain. Same Opel Corsa is $5 grand. Wow. I didn't know that, to be honest. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm still in the ballpark of paying 500 quid for a car. I'm still kind of there, like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, yeah. I bought a car for over $1 grand once. I bought an Audi for $3 grand. $3 grand. I was earning £100 a week at the time. Felt like I was never going to pay the damn thing off. And I've never had finance since. Did it once. Felt like a big ball and chain around my neck. Never done it again. Not for a car. I'll have someone else's rubbish. In terms of cars, I'll have someone else's rubbish. And generally, when you have someone else's rubbish, they've spent an awful lot of money replacing bits on the car that needed replacing. And you end up with a car that's, touch wood is bulletproof because everything's been done. Just change the timing belt. That was my mistake with the old Lupo. Change the timing belt. Look at this. Look at this. So many comments. I apologize if I miss anything. Just not the break. I think the break's doing. A showdown of all the UK brewed under license swill is a must. God chops. Oh my goodness me. Now that's a video. You've got to find it all though, haven't you? You've got to find Stella, Amstel, Heineken. You've got to find the whole caboose. Stella. Have I mentioned Stella? Stella Pramen, San Miguel. I mean, you're talking, you got to be doing that on an empty belly, empty stomach, literally. Loads of Gaviscon, that's what I'm looking at. Loads of Gaviscon and an empty belly and just chow into all those UK brewed Stellas and Samagels and Stella. It would make for a video. It will make for a video. Is having the appetite to do it. That's the problem. I've just been through the whole lot. And I know it tastes like swill. It's absolute swill. It really is. It's horrible stuff. UK brewed, mass-produced lager. Horrible stuff. To be able to line all of those up on the bar, that's torture. That is absolute torture. It is. It is. I sent an email to Lef and I was AB InBev. They didn't reply. They didn't reply. Didn't reply. Couldn't be bothered. But we're living in that world, aren't we? We're living in that non-reply world. What was his name, that Chancellor last year? Was it Qwerty something? Qwerty Kwansam or something? You know, he was being asked questions by reporters, and he just like walking down the road with his mouth shut. And they were asking him question after question, and he just like, I don't have to reply to you type of thing. You know, just kept his mouth shut for the whole time and just walking down, literally blowing the economy to bits. And he didn't have the kind of decency to open his mouth and say, hey, this is the reason why we're doing this. I'm a politician. He just literally zipped. He zipped his mouth and he walked down the road. We're living in that world. We're living in that world where there's no consequence. There's no consequence for actions, is there? We're living in that world where do what you want. As long as you don't, you know, do something terrible, do what you want. Do what you want. Blow the economy up. Lower all the ABVs of the beers. Lower them all. You won't get an answer. You won't get an answer out of AB Miller horrible Asahi people, will you? You just won't get an answer. They won't answer you. It'll just be, yeah, have your medicine. Open your mouth and have all of your UK brewed medicine. Just drink it down, shut up, don't say nothing. That's the world we're living in. That is the world we're living in at the moment. Show me if that even answer. Well, yeah, David K. That's a very, very, very good kind of like answer there. Battle of the ales and stouts in autumn and winter time, Ross. Yeah, it's there. I suppose it's there. Sandy Gam is the same, probably. I can imagine the acid reflux I would get from drinking UK brewed lager. George White, that's the problem. UK brewed earthy fat beer. I know, Mr. Silver. Quertang, that's him. Nigel Watson agrees with me. We are living in that world. We are living in that world. The non-reply, the non, who gives the monkeys, you know? But if you are the small man, you can reverse it. You can reverse it. And you can do your own little things in life. And then do your own non-replies. I say no more. I say no more. Probably very, very kind of like very a little bit naughty of me, I suppose, but you can reverse the system to take advantage for your own personal benefit, can you? If everybody's living in this non-reply world, then yeah, just don't reply. Do what you want. Don't reply. See what happens. You know? I keep missing Big Kev's comment. I see him, the big yellow sticker there. The dearer the second-hand car, the more problems I seem to have to fix in my experience. There is a point around 60 to 70,000 miles where cars are risky to buy. Big Kev, that's it, see? The parts are wearing out and they all need replacing. So what happens is the parts that get replaced are parts that are improved on the failures of the previous parts, if that makes sense. So my glow plugs are broken on my Fiat. I watched a YouTube video, turn the car on, don't start it, turn it on, light the glow plugs, turn it off, turn it back on, light the glow plugs, turn it back off. Third time, light the glow plugs again, they're all lit up, they're all nice and hot, start the diesel engine. It starts like that. Vroom! And it's just old cars. You just learn to live with old cars. I mean, I don't want to be sitting in the car with a key back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But hey, it's old cars. It's the kids. For the first couple of times I was doing it, the kids were like, "Dad, what are you doing? Why don't you just start the blooming car?" And I'm like, "Oh, no. You got to get them glow plugs nice and hot. So you got to on and off and on and off and on. And then all of a sudden, you go, whoom, and the car lights up. It's just an old car. Just live with it, you know? We're going to get to school. Don't you worry about it. I'll get you to school, kids, even if we're on 3 wheels. People are happy to rip off each other. Just look at the edge. Kids live. It's only about a pub. Don't care about each other. It's brutal out there. Oh, it really is. It really is. It really is. Nearly 250 likes, says Ryan Ford. 250 likes. Hit the like button down below. Let's go. Let's go. Bradex, easy starts the stuff. Ah, really, Slim Jim. There we go. Could you review Old Golden Hen? Apparently, to be the only hen you've not reviewed. Also, Old Speckled Hen has dropped from 5% to 4.8. Ah, Shaz. Where would I find Old Golden Hen? Where would I find Old Golden Hen? I've had some nights on Speckled Hen, mind. Oh my goodness me. I've had some nights on Speckled Hen. Oh. I went to the Rose and Crown in Bulford. The Rose and Crown in Bulford. Oh my goodness me. I drank way too much Old Speckled Hen and I was all over the shop. Old Oppie Hen. Yeah, I quite like the Green King beers. They're all right. We have to try to buck the trend and be positive and be the change we want to see. Exactly, Nigel. Yeah, that we've already said on this channel. We're just positive. We're positive. William says it's the witching hour. Now, don't you lot be recording me and sending it on WhatsApp to your mates. Well, this is it. We are officially in the witching hour. We are officially in the witching hour. It's nearly 25 to 9. It's the last hour of the summer Stone Crow virtual pub. Whatever happens now happens because I've had a few pints. And if I say something out of order, or if I, tell a naughty joke or whatnot, then it's because I've had a few pints. And it's a pub. Yes, it's a virtual pub and it's recorded on the internet. But it's the witching hour. I get to say and do what I want. don't go sharing it with your mates on WhatsApp. Who's downloaded Threads? Oh my goodness me. I had a look at the tech website this morning. I always look at the tech website whenever I first get up in the morning, cup of coffee, starry-eyed surprise, reading the tech websites. And it was all about Threads, all about Facebook, Instagram's new Twitter rival, Threads. I thought, okay, let's go on the iOS store. 7 o'clock this morning, eyes half open. Let's download this app. Bam, 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 downloaded the app. Do you want to link it with your Instagram? Yeah, well, we'll link it with the Instagram account. No kidding. By 11 o'clock this morning, I picked up 750 followers. 750 followers on the app's first day. I was like, wow, what's going on here? Apparently, if you stick in beer in Threads, which is all over America, all over the UK, about to be in Europe, I'm first. I woke up 7 o'clock in the morning, opened up my real ale craft beer. So if you put in beer in Threads, apparently I'm top of the blooming pile, and I picked up 750 followers. So I put up my Polish beer review this morning that I did yesterday. Tyski Lek, Zubra, and Żywiec review. I just thought, let's put that up. And yeah, boom, lo and behold, 750 followers. Boom, just like that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. If you decided to follow on Threads, the brand new app, we're called Real Ale Craft Beer or Real Ale Guide. I'm not one that'll sit and scroll through Instagram. I'm not one that opens Twitter. I don't think I've opened Twitter in 2 months. I'm not really if I used to be, but I got really bored of it. I got really bored of social media. I got really bored of Facebook, so I left Facebook. I nearly left Instagram. I was like, oh my God, this is just so boring. I nearly left Instagram. And I more or less have left Twitter. I left Twitter before Elon Musk bought it. I just found the whole thing what's the best way to describe Twitter? Before it fell apart. It was like I never made A-levels. I never got over a D in my GCSEs. I just wasn't well wired up that way. I've always kind of like, I don't want to write a letter. I don't really want to write an email. I'm not a book reader. Not looking to pick a fight with anyone here. I'm not looking to kind of belittle anyone either. But I am more of a let's have a chat on the live stream on YouTube, and that's where my strengths come through. I'll stand and talk to you guys for 4 hours if I need to, I can do that. But ask me to write a letter for 4 hours, you've got no chance whatsoever. And I found Twitter to be like the beer intellects. The beer intellects were on Twitter. The people who would write books about beer were on Twitter. And I never really I tried for a long time. I did. I really tried for a long time. I tried to mingle with those people, but it never really worked for me. It never really I went to beer festivals. I went to events, and it was always like, "Oh, hi, how's it?" I would be the one like, "Hey, how's it going?" And it would be like, "Oh, hi, how's it going? Why don't you speak to so and so over here?" And I was being palmed off. I was being palmed off to the next people. It was almost like, "You're not good enough to talk to me." And okay, I can accept that. And I do talk about that, and I do kind of like. It doesn't bother me these days. I mean, I'm talking about it because we're talking about Twitter and Threads, aren't we? But I'm talking about the reason why I left Twitter, and I left Twitter because I was never going to write a book about beer. Never in a million years. Never in a million years was I going to write a book about beer. So I decided to kind of like just more or less kind of park Twitter over here before everybody else decided to park Twitter over here since the takeover. But Threads, for some reason, probably the 700 followers. For some reason, like Threads is like, "Oh, this is interesting. This is something different. This is something interesting. This is something. Oh, yeah, I could get on board with this." For some reason, it's exciting. I don't know why. Perhaps it's just shiny and new. Perhaps it's an opportunity. Might be an opportunity. Who knows? But what are your thoughts on Threads or Treads? What's it called? Threads or Treads by Twitter? Instagram, sorry. Instagram. Never had Facebook, Twitter, or any of these. I scan through the online well-known papers every day. Even then I get exhausted. Big Kev, I'm the same as you, Big Kev. I'm the same as you, Big. I can't be bothered. Nigel Watson, we have to stop conflating qualifications with intelligence. They are totally different things. Nigel Watson, exactly that. I agree with you. Exactly that. I'll be honest with you, my brain switched on when I left school. It was an unfortunate thing for me, but my brain literally switched on like a bonfire in my 20s, and I've been okay ever since. Some people are later. They bloom a little bit later in life. But in terms of me being intellectual, massively intellectual, it was never going to happen in my early life. Couldn't agree more. I left Facebook when I started arguing with a stranger at 3 a.m. about the cod fishing wars in the 70s. I realised it was time to get out of life. Ian Atkinson. I had my own argument, Ian. I had my own argument, and this guy's my friend, and he's still my friend. We argued over homeless people. And this person's argument was that there's some homeless people out there, or he was trying to say that most homeless people were making a full-time living from being pretend homeless. And my argument was, oh, no, not where I'm from, pal. You can tell that person's homeless. They can barely get a word out. And you can see it all over their face. You know, they fried their brain type of thing. They're proper homeless people. So I had that same argument, Ian Atkinson, not 3 a.m, but probably 7 o'clock at night. And I realised, I took a step back and I was like, oh my goodness me, I'm having a row with somebody that I don't really know. And I'm leaving. And I just left Facebook, and I deleted like 5,000 friends. I just went, I found an app that would delete 5,000, and I just deleted it. It wasn't a personal thing. I had lots of people messaging me, oh, what's happened? Why are you my friend anymore? And it's like, oh, God, just call me, man. Just ring me up. You got my number. Just call me the old-fashioned way. Martin Warren, hi Simon, I'm a Go-karting Crown Crew. 8.5, nice, but don't think I'll be having too many, Martin. No, you won't. I like your live show. It really is good. Thank you very much, Anthony. I totally appreciate it. Right, everyone, can we chill out a bit? This is a place to relax, chill, chat, and have a beer. Not go, what? on massive rants. That's Simon's John. Whoa. John from Lords. Is everyone ranting, are they? Is everyone having a rant? It's all right. Is everyone having a... Is everyone... What's going on? Real Property on your Facebook page, you're getting some... hoodies. With Real Property on them. Surely that is covering... As you're not getting... Oh, do you know what, Christine? Christine, I've not looked at my Facebook page in 3 months. I didn't even know this was going on. Daniel Bale told me, mind you. Daniel Bale told me about this. I need to have a look at my Facebook page, don't I? I didn't even know this was going on. This is it, see? This is it. People are selling their own jumpers on my Facebook page. I need to check it out. I need to look at it, don't I? I'll have a look in the morning. Thanks for letting me know. Some people have car park and a work ethic, and on the other side, you have people who've had 10 years in college. Not going to. Well, Man United 16, absolutely. There's some amazing people out there. Michael Richards, first comment of the night that I'm about to read. You might have left a lot, but I've been missing a lot tonight. As society becomes more developed and digitized, big companies don't want to have to give customer service anymore, because that means employing people in an office, whereas ChatGPT costs a lot less. Yeah, exactly that. I missed the old Facebook before smartphones came along. Sitting at my PC playing Farmville was great. Back from the bottle shop, Paul on the go now. Well deserved, says Paul Goggin. 253 likes. Well done. Can we get 300? Can we get 300 likes? Says Christine. Christine is saying, can we get 300 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? That would be wonderful. Let's go. Let's go. Think of those that got jabbed to go on holiday. Oh, little Johnny P. I had to go to Hamburg. In Germany. And I had the two. And I kind of like wish I never. But that was years ago now. Hopefully I don't get some kind of like... But I know what you mean. Yeah. It was dodgy one there. Just flipping... Yeah. It was... Can't get into it though. There's lots of different arguments on that subject. Oh, there's loads of comments. I'd like to leave Facebook, but I want to keep contact with some people, which I have no other option. That's the trouble, Jimmy. That is the trouble, Jimmy, because you kind of like... I was going away 5 times a year. I was going brewing in Norway and Sweden and Poland, and I had one row, and I left Facebook, and it literally stopped all my European travel adventures. And okay, I used to like going to these places. I was a younger man then anyway. I was kind of like, I find all-day sessions these days, I find them like, I struggle the next day. I really struggle kind of getting over. Like, I remember being 37 going to Germany and waking up the next day and like I was like, whoa. And eating some bread and some cheese and some ham for breakfast. And then I was drinking again by 11 o'clock. Drinking back on it in Germany by 11 o'clock in the morning. Didn't really want to have that first pint, but I was back on it. If you think about last year when I went to beer something or other in London, the London Beer Festival. I was done till 5 o'clock in the afternoon from the day before. It just gets longer. It prolongs. You can't. Your recovery when you get older, your recovery is so much longer. So much longer. Jane Irwin, hi Simon, I'm Mel. Enjoy your summer. You deserve it. Jane Irwin, thank you very much. What was it called? Beer Brewing Brew London. That's it. Brew London. I went to Brew London. Way too much the first day, and it took me to like 5 o'clock the next day, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Whereas just like 7 years earlier, something like that, six years earlier, I was getting up feeling the same, like, oh my goodness me, like eating a cheese sandwich and some bread and some ham and some cheese. And then I was able to drink the first pint and get back into it. But the older you get, that it gets so much harder. It kind of like just takes so much longer to do. So I probably couldn't do many European tours anyway because the thing is, everybody sees you online drinking beer, even right now. People see me standing, having a bit of a jolly, drinking a Paul and a Vice beer. Hey, happy days. What? So obviously, when you go to a country, when you go to Sweden or when you go to Poland or Germany, it's like, hey, it's Simon. It's like, let's drink 1 million pints. Let's drink 1 million pints because Simon's here, and that's the problem. You've just travelled 300 miles to get somewhere. You get there and everyone's really excited to see you. You then try and drink 1 million pints being 5'7" and a fag end, and you quickly realise you can't do it. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my goodness me, where am I, type of thing? And it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon before you can even leave your hotel room. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's what happened to me in Brew London last year. Ching Chow gives you a bad headache, says Ryan Ford. What's the worst lager ever? Did you try the Arboga? No, I haven't. Nyholm 92. I've never tried the Arboga 10.2 when I visited Sweden. Still recovering from a session on Tuesday from seeing Iron Maiden. Check liver light. Still lit. The liver light. With video calls, etc., we don't get a chance to miss people. Call me miserable, but when family members go on holiday, I don't want to hear from them until they get back. Just me. Big Kev. I kind of get it. I kind of get that because, how can I put it? Of course, in life, some people do better than others, don't they? You know, some people have the 4-bedroom house in the West End of Barry. Some people have the 2-bedroom, force a bedroom in a loft house in Cannockson, where I am. And yes, it's fantastic to see family, especially when they, the youngsters coming through, and you're like, yeah, it's great. I do love to see it. But then there's a part of you that goes, oh man, I wish I was in a position to afford that. I wish I was in a position to kind of like go for that and buy that, and you know, my kids see the same thing. But I live a different life. Then I tell myself I live a different life. I was brought up on Spanish holidays by the side of the pool. I loved them. I had the best childhood. I had the best childhood ever. But our lives change. Our lives change. And I really like going to somewhere like Split now, Croatia, Split, or Liechtenstein, or Bulgaria, or go and see the innards of the world. Go and see the kind of the real happenings of the world. I'd rather go and like dig deep with my fingernails to go and see the kind of like the innards of Spain. Everybody bangs on about kind of like Costa Brava or Benidorm or Tenerife or these other wonderful places. They are wonderful, don't get me wrong. But there's the innards of Spain that many people don't know about. The middle of Spain, you know, where you can still buy a pint in a pub for 80 cents. 80 cents of a euro, if that makes sense. And food is super cheap. And because there's no tourists. There's simply no tourists there. So it's still the Spain that was left by the dictator man. What was his name? It's very local. It's very kind of it's very Spain, as is Bulgaria's very Bulgaria, and Croatia's very Croatia. I love it, absolutely love it. Great red wine from Bulgaria, says Ryan Ford. Where the rain falls, mainly on the plain. Frank, that was him. Yeah, Connor Hawkins. Yeah, and David Tate. GNR, where that's all that matters. Rural Bulgaria is mint, great red wine. Nigel Watson, this is the thing. This is the thing, Nigel Watson. I want to go and see that. I want to go and see that. My days are wasted. Even I'm in this I've got a daughter that's turning 13 years old. And there's part of my brain that wants her to experience what I had as a kid, and that's the poolside holiday with ice cream and loads of food and jumping in the pool and going to the beach and all these wonderful other things that the kids flipping love. And I know, being 13, next year she's 14, year after she's 15, it's gone. It's gone. My 16-year-old daughter now, she's out tonight. If she's not out, she's in a room. Barely see her. Barely see her. She's too old to kind of like say, let's go on a swimming pool holiday to Spain. But in that experience, you realise that you still got a 12 turning 13-year-old daughter coming through, and she still probably wants that. And it's the last opportunity. It's the last opportunity to offer that experience. And then after that, it's all mine. It's all mine. Bulgaria, Croatia. Take Mel around the world. I want to show Mel the world. I want to show Mel the world. And if the kids want to come, I'll show them too. So maybe my summer holiday will be sitting around a chlorine-filled swimming pool with pints of San Miguel. But I'll do that. One more time. One more flipping time. Just to kind of like give my daughter the experience that I had. I had that. Yeah, you have to do the Robert De Niro. Slovakia, like Bled, looks nice. Tough job. Yeah, Jack Lyons, I've not had that. Is it good? You'll have to do the Robert De Niro, meet the parents. introduction of boyfriend Simon. Yeah. Stephen, that sounds excellent, says John. Carl Robson, I watched Maiden for the 15th time in Manchester last week. They get better every time. Up the irons. Ian Rawstone. Sunny Beach, Bulgaria, you would have a great time. It's on the Black Sea coast. Best of both worlds, Simon. Nigel Watson. I went it's like this big. I was tiny when I went to Bulgaria. I'd love to go back. I'd love to go back to Bulgaria. I really would. I think I'm just going to go for this. I think wake up in the morning, just book it. Thomas Cook it. Not wait. I'm waiting for a super late deal. But how late is super late? How late is super late? How long do you leave it, you know? I'm starting to get a little bit like, are they going to drop? Are these prices going to drop? I think they will. Jackass have a great bit where they run from the bulls. Jack Lyons is from Durham, drinking Tegansia Hells. You'll like the pool stuff later again in retirement. So Michael Richard, well, yeah, exactly. With the old mirrored, when you're retired, the old mirrored sunglasses. Yeah, checking out the things that you used to be able to kind of like grab, and not anymore because you're too old and you need the mirrored sunglasses just to have a look these days. Croatia is absolutely beautiful. It really is. Lewis says, evening, Simon. Hey there, Simon. Last time you had a bottle of Old Tom by Robinson's. Oh, my goodness me. Stephen Crawford. Old Tom, 10 years ago. Easily. Stephen Crawford, 10 years ago. Easily. I'm going to go and have a wee. I am going to go and have a wee, and I'm going to get my last pint of the night. It's the last half an hour of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It's been a real honour this year. It's been a real honour. It really has. It's been fantastic. I'm not signing out yet, though. I'm going to finish my pint, go and get another pint, and then we'll sign off in half an hour's time. But now's the chance. If you all want to clink glasses, if you all want to go and refresh your glasses, now's the time to do it. While I go for a wee and grab my own. Oh, hold on. There's some blooming beer. What's going on here? How long's that been in the bottle? Blooming heck. Go for a wee. 214 people in at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. You people, 219 actually. You people are fantastic. You really are. The support we get, the support we have is just, I want to thank you. Do you ever get that where you talk so much, you get a bit of, it's like skin on the inside of your lips. No audio. Wow, I just went for a wee, that's why. Landlord. ABK are going to be pouring at London Craft Beer Festival in August. You should see if they can get you a ticket. All of the beer is included. Maggots. Well, we'll see. Be nice. Would be nice. Put your dentist back in. Beer drinkers and hell raisers. First time joining. Glad I did. Hey, thank you very much. I hope you liked it. I hope you still like it. We got 25 minutes to go. It's just a chance for me to catch up with you guys. Chat, catch up. It's 11:05 in Finland and it's still light outside. Dangerous, says Nigel. I may not be able to catch everybody's comment. If you've written 5 comments tonight and I've missed all 5, then I apologize to you and you must be frustrated. But I try and get, it's just me on my own. I try and get as many comments as I possibly can. What a super chat this is. £20 super chat from Michael Richards. He's saying, have a great summer, Simon. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? Michael Richards, he could have gone absolutely job done, sayonara. He's done all he needs to do for the summer. He's having a summer break. I'll just disappear. Michael Richards has gone, do you know what? There's 20 quid. Buy a round of drinks. Thank you very much. I am not standing here. Asking for super chats. I would never, ever, ever do that. What I'm doing is saying thank you very much to Michael Richards for the £20 super chat. Just to say thank you and have a great summer. I really appreciate it. I'm just showing my appreciation. I am not standing here asking for super chats. Nigel says very generous. It really is. What a lovely gesture. That is a fantastic, fantastic gesture. Thank you very much. What's your favourite Barry pub? Not many left around Carriston. Mosh Head 616. Are you asking me where my local is? I'll tell you. I don't mind. I love it there. Friday night, best pizza in Barry. The best pizza in Barry is in the King William. And I think it's on Bridge Street in Cask. There. They got the old strap on. Sorry, that's what we call it locally. They got the old Star of Pramen, probably UK brewed. Sun's out in the garden. Star of Pramen. £7 to £8 pepperoni pizza. £8 for a freshly cooked pepperoni pizza on your table. Star of Pramen, sun shining down on you. It's a blooming sun trap in the beer garden. Absolutely fantastic. I don't go there as much as I should. One of my biggest frustrations in life is not having a proper local. Where, don't get me wrong, I used to be a barman all over Barry, so most people know me. Most people, hey Simon, how's it going? How's it going? But I would like to think that I could frequent my local as much. I love the Billy. Someone good pub, the Billy. Had to pull someone out of the road after a few too many. One night, Moshhead, honestly, the Billy for me. I've probably given up the ghost now. I'm not telling people I drink down a Billy, but it's the place where I can go, and not many people know that I go there, and not many people kind of bother me with the channel. Not many people kind of go, hey, it's Simon from YouTube, and that's really what I want. That's really what I want. I want to be able to go somewhere where I can relax and have a beer and talk with the locals, and they still think I'm just Simon the old barman, and that's fine with me. Yeah, absolutely, job done. Yeah, I like the Billy. I think it's a fantastic pub. Pizza, starter ramen, fantastic beer garden. I'd like to go there more.
Okay.
Right, where are we with the comments? I have a mate in Barry who I mentioned that I watch a vid. He said canning stand is not sure if he was pulling my leg or if being serious. And well, lots of people think it's like anything. Speak to a bloke from Bristol, they will tell you Cardiff's shithole. Speak to a bloke from Cardiff, he will tell you Barry's shithole. Speak to a bloke from Barry, he will tell you Gaddiston's shithole. People like to one up in life. Generally, people like to one up in life. People like to say, I live in Bristol, Cardiff's a shithole. People from Cardiff go, I live in Cardiff, Barry's a. It's just mindset. It's mindset. You guys watched me live for many years now. Many years. I built a bar. I'm generally very happy. People will always like to step on. Maybe they're paying too much for their mortgage. I don't know. Maybe they've gone, oh, we're going to live somewhere really, really nice, but most of our wages are going on the mortgage, and they've got to sit in their houses all day long. It's not for me. I'm sorry. It's not for me. I'm sorry if you're one of those people. I am generally sorry if you're one of those people, but it's not for me. I bought this house when I was 20 years old. And I recognise in life that the older you get, the smaller your mortgage gets. And do I need to be able to have that kind of, I live in Cwmtalog, or I live in the West End? Do I need that? Because you sound, I mean this with the greatest of respects. I mean this with the greatest of respects, because I've had friends who have lived in this end of Barry, and they've moved, and then their mortgage is massive, and they can't do much now. They really can't do much apart from sit in their massive mortgaged house. And the only thing they have is that, oh, but I live in the West End. That's not good enough for me. Life is way too short for that kind of rubbish. Life is way too short. I would rather have a really small mortgage and go, hey, I live in Kazakhstan, but here I go to Croatia. Here I go to Bulgaria. Here I go to well, you know where I go. And I would rather have the opportunity to go and see the world than to say, haha, but I live in the West End of Barry. I don't need that. I really don't need that in my life. I really don't need that in my life. And yeah, Ali D, he's probably being very, very serious here. Where I live is a proper shithole. I'm not joking. It's a proper shithole. But An old friend told me once, don't go chasing the golden goose. Don't go chasing the golden goose. Not interested. I really am not interested. Absolutely not. I sleep in a bed at night. They sleep in a bed at night. They make an omelette in their kitchen in the morning. I make a omelette in my kitchen in the morning. I can make a fried breakfast. They can make a fried breakfast. What I'm trying to say is, there's no... I mean, I reckon if you lived in the best parts of anywhere and you went out shouting and screaming in the road, like, come on, you know, that sort of thing, you know, come on, you know, that sort of thing. I reckon there's probably a man in that street who'll come out of his house and tell you to shut up. And, you know, you might end up... It's very much the same as here. If I opened my front door and started shouting and screaming in the road, someone's going to tell me to shut up. And there's more likely somebody around here that's going to tell me to shut up. Yeah, it's just the way you behave. It's just the way you behave. I've got no problem walking the streets around here. I'll walk the streets day and night, and it's like any other street in Barry. Everybody's fixated with their TVs. 8 o'clock in the winter when it's dark, everybody's fixated with their TVs. They're all watching EastEnders. They're all watching Coronation Street. You know, they're all, you know, there's no roughness anymore. There's no roughness. There's no people making... When I was a kid, there'd be bonfires everywhere. There'd be cars stolen everywhere. There'd be like craziness going on. I mean, like absolute craziness. None of that goes on anymore. Everybody's fixating their televisions, you know, watching EastEnders and, you know, Coronation Street, and they're being plumbed in to what, you know, Panorama and all that mind-blowing rubbish. Walking the streets has 2 meanings. Have you had more trouble? I know. Okay. Ali D. That's well, good call, man. Good call. It's a case of I offered mediation. And mediation was refused. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just trying to be the best person I can. You know, I'm not looking for a fight. You know, I'm not looking for a fight. My wife's politely telling me to shut my mouth, which I will do. Yeah. It'll be fine. Anyway, we need to change the subject very rapidly. There's 10 minutes left of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. 10 minutes left. I was born here. I was born in Caddiston. I know what it's like to live in Caddiston. I'm no hero. I'm no hard man. But I know what it's like to survive and survive and thrive. Survive and thrive in a place like this. But I'm in a position to protect my family, and that's what I need to respect, and that's what I need to do now, is to respect my kind of like my wife's wishes and my children's wishes. I'll take it all day long. It be, you know, I'll take it all day long, but my wife and it's a very different matter, a very different kind of experience for them, you know. So I will, on that note, be changing the subject. I will. I mean, we got what, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub for the whole of the summer. So let's end on a very positive note. Let's end on a positive note. Let's push on. Man United 16, yeah, absolutely. Ryan Forge. I mean, we're live. Anyone could be watching. That's the trouble there. It's not like a closed community. It's a live feed. Anyway, anyone can be watching this live stream. But again, I offer my greatest of respects to everybody who might be watching this live stream. I think I've presented myself quite decently tonight. I don't think I've said anything kind of like too over there or too over there, have I? I've just been, I think I've been okay. Basically said that yes, where I live is if you go out shouting in the street out here, someone's going to tell you to shut up. But then again, like I said earlier, if you go out shouting in the street in a posh area of another town, there might still be somebody who's going to tell you to shut up. You know, it's life, isn't it? It's life. $689 more likes. Wow, we got 689 likes. Do we really? That's amazing. Simon Copperberg on the perfect draft. You're going to do a review, matey. Ryan McKenzie. Probably not. I don't like Copperberg. I'm really sorry, Ryan. I'm really sorry. I'm not a kind of Copperberg type fan, to be honest. Marie says. Hey, life is life. Yeah, we all go through stuff in life. You can't. I don't think anybody gets through so cleanly these days, do they? You know. Estrella Galicia is the best macro beer in Spain. Second is Alhambra. Watched loads of your videos. First live though, and it's been great. Enjoy your summer, my man. David K. We will be back in the autumn when the nights are dark. I mean, it's amazing. It's getting dark now. When the nights are getting dark, and so I put you haven't seen the bar lights, have you? For the last couple of minutes, I haven't been able to light the bar for some of you guys who are watching. That's for the first time. Look at that. We got some. No, it looks a bit better. Okay, Google, turn on the conservatory lights. The bar is lit. Look at that. The brains pump is lit. Some of the other pumps. I mean, I put snake lights in these. Yeah, but we have a working kind of bar here, which is kind of fun, isn't it? But it's not long, is it? What have we had? 3 weeks of absolute summer nights where no lights have been needed. It just shows you in the UK we're never too far from winter, are we? I mean, it's creeping. All of a sudden, winter's creeping back. I'll have my flipping 3 pairs of socks on now, standing out here doing the live feeds. But we generally, David K, we generally do the live feeds October onwards. When the nights are dark, nobody's really doing anything. Everybody grabs a couple of beers. You know, it's a virtual pub where you may not fancy going out for the night, and you may just fancy sitting in front of the telly or your phone or your iPad, having a few beers, watching me chatting on the screen here, and you know, it's just all fun. It's all fun and games. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. Ali D's coming around for a lock-in. I'll be in bed now. 10 o'clock, I'll be gone. Honestly, 10 o'clock, my eyes will be closed and I'll be waking up at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. Carl Robson says, next time we see you, you'll be at coat and gloves. I agree, Carl Robson. Aqua Cerveza Conjugo. Your pub looks great. Cheers from Porto Vallarta, Mexico. Mexico's in. My goodness me. Mexico's in. That is lovely. I have never been to Mexico. I've never been anywhere like that in my life. America. Anyway, I'd love to go to somewhere like that. It'd be amazing. But just to have somebody in watching from Mexico, oh, that's a real pleasure. That's a real pleasure. Moshhead616 with a £10 super chat says, enjoy a nice pint down the Billy tomorrow, May 12. We might be. We might be Moshhead616. If you're there and you see me, please come and say hello. Please come and chat with me. I might be there tomorrow. I might not be there tomorrow. But I do like the Billy. I think it's one of Barry's last holdout, oldie worldy pubs, you know, where you're not pressurized to order a meal. You can stand at the bar and drink as many pints as you want. It's just one of those places. I like it. Place where, you know, you can still get a ham and cheese roll wrapped in cellophane. There's not many pubs like that anymore, is there? £2 for a ham and cheese cellophane wrap half cup baguette type thing. You know, I love them pubs. I'd order a bag of crisps as well. I'd put some crisps in that baguette. There's your dinner right there. Whoosh. A few pints. Absolutely job done. I don't need a 3-course meal when I'm down the pub. I don't. I got no need for that type of thing. But most pubs, they're not wet led anymore, are they? They're not wet led. They're kind of like food led. They're asking, how many people can we fit around this table at any one time? It's fair enough. I'm not arguing the case for that. I understand it. But not every pub should be like that. There should be some quality standout pubs where, you know, you just want to go for a pint. You don't want a 3-course meal. You don't want all that kind of like duck and Gordon Ramsay inspired rubbish. You just don't want any of that, do you? You just want a pint. You just want a pint of beer. You know? Anyway, let's move on. Big Kev, let's get Big Kev for the last time this summer, because Big Kev don't really comment. Doesn't really comment too much on my videos. If Big Kev, if you could comment on my videos, I'd appreciate it, because I'd like to see some more of your comments throughout the summer. I don't want to think that it's going to be October before the next time I speak to Big Kev. 5 minutes to go, Simon. I must admit, I'm disappointed, but honestly, please enjoy your summer. Before you know it, we'll be in those dark, cold nights again, Big Kev. We will. But as I come back, and I'm going to say it again, Big Kev, please comment throughout the summer. I would really, even if it's just once a week, Big Kev, even if it's just once a week, please comment. Let me know you're all right. Let me know you're there. Let me know you're enjoying your beer. You know, that sort of thing. That's it'll put a smile on my face. It'll put a smile on my face. But I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to stand back and I'm going to say thank you all so very much for joining the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. We started this very series. Let me get John's comment. Where did John do? I always go for caviar when I'm at the bar. I mean, Stella, sister. Right Dog Gaming. Where did that go? I like the Stella Samagal Cronenberg percentage change videos. My dad's always moaning about the messing with the brews. Honestly, Right Dog Gaming. It's totally true. It's totally true. What an immersive beer community, says Demir 91. And that's it. It's 9:30. I'm going to open my conservatory back doors. I'm going to sit in the garden and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my pint. I will be back. I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I will be back October of this year. When the nights are dark and gloomy and horrible and you need someone to talk to with a pint, I'll be here on a Friday night. It'll be a Friday night at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. We'll do a Friday night again. I'll be back in October. But until then, enjoy your summer. I'm going for a big, long lie down. Stone the Crows. Boom. Cheers.